And also, we also have a lot of talent coming out of our academy, like to talk
Yeah.
about Kijan, whoever. So,
Yeah.
he's also a really good player who can play center back.
Yeah. So I think with Hoover, it's just a matter of how much Klopp actually has confidence in him. I think in the FA Cup match which we saw him against Wolves, I don't think he has like there's any like shortage of confidence like which players have at his age. I mean, I remember very clearly that he came on and like he dribbled past like 3-4 players into the opposition half and then just gave like a simple pass. So I mean, he has that skill set which is required for a Liverpool centre back. Although he is not that physically buffed up, I would say. So it's going to take time for that to happen. But I think if we give him the chance, he might actually do really, really good. But again, he'll be a right-sided centre back, and we should definitely look for somebody left-sided because we do not have cover for Van Dijk.
Exactly. Because you see our right centre backs. I mean, let's consider Lovren as well, just for this example. We have Lovren, Matip, and Gomez as the right centre backs. All three of them have a very bad injury history. So we've seen like Van Dijk hasn't got to play with a fixed partner for a huge spell. You see Manchester United, Lindelof and Maguire. I mean, their fans boast a lot about the number of clean sheets they've kept this season, but we know how I don't rate Maguire as much. He's like, for me, he's just in the good bracket. Lindelof as well, just good or average. But as a unit, they've done well. And one of those reasons is that they've got to play with each other for a pretty long time, for a pretty long period. So when you look at a football team or an 11, a starting 11, I mean, if you have to rotate a position, centre back is definitely not going to be the first or centre back is definitely going to be one of those last choice of a rotation. Or probably of a manager rotating a centre back.
It's true because Van Dijk has not had a single moment off. I mean, he has played for
all the minutes. Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting, Ishan. Yes, what you're saying?
Yeah. So what I think is for Van Dijk, like he's played so much football. Like he's been there, like played almost every league game for us since he has signed for us. And apart from that, if you look, he's been in the UEFA Nations League. He's played in that as well. And I mean, if you even look at like other players like say Mane, Salah, Keita, they've all featured in the African Cup of Nations as well. If you look at say Firmino or Alisson or Fabinho, they've featured in Copa America as well. So I mean, there's a lot of accumulated fatigue which was there in the team. I think this whole couple of months break off due to the pandemic actually helped our team a lot, in my opinion, because the fatigue was so much, because we were playing game after game after game after 3 days, we are playing the game at least. So, and because of the fact that we don't have that much depth in the whole squad, so it was pretty much the same 11 or 12 or 13 players just being played. So, I mean, due to that, I think this pandemic kind of helped us in that way, and also due to the fact that we had a humongous lead, so it kind of reduced the pressure on the boys to actually really be on the spot as soon as they come back.
That's true. And although the pandemic may have also impact on our financial stability at the moment, because I think till the time we get the crowd back in, till the time we start selling our tickets, the match day tickets. I mean, I think there's going to be still, the money is going to be still an issue. So I think the clarity is not going to come anytime before October for the moment. So when we talk about the transfer window, when we talk about the signing that we need, we're not only talking about just this particular window. We're talking about the summer window, which is now September and October. We're also talking about the January window, because between October to January, it's just 2 months. So even if we don't make any signing at the moment, I mean, if anyone comes and tells me that, this particular team who has got 97, 99 points in 2 seasons and won 4 trophies, out of which I think, and we're not talking about FA Cups or Carabao Cups. or community shields.
Yeah.
We're talking about real trophies.
Real
Right.
trophies, yeah.
Real trophies. Sorry, Arsenal. so, when we talk about these trophies that we have won, I'm pretty sure that we are in a good enough position that we can do at least 2 to 4 months with this team without, just overcrowding our transfer budgets or just
Yeah.
going all negative way.
Yeah.
So I for one feel, yes, we need a left back, we need a center back, but we can also get them in January. Unless, of course, we
Yeah.
are trying our level best to just compete with the finances of Man City and Chelsea, and we are just kind of looking at them, and we are feeling insecure that okay, you know what, we need some reinforcements. Until unless that happens, until unless we freak out like most of our fans are at the moment, we definitely can buy maybe a couple of backups right now, but a player like Thiago, I really don't see it happening in this current window. Again, because of the finances, because FSG has that, you call it structure, that they will take the money from the the they will sorry, they'll invest from the money coming in the club. They won't be investing
Right.
in from their own pocket, or they won't
From their pocket.
or they won't pocket the money coming
Yeah.
out of the club. So, I think it's a very straightforward thing with FSG, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so if you, if you were in a position of FSG at the moment, would you go for a transfer in this current window or wait for 2 months and go to January with more?
Actually, Param.
Or you have more money by January because
Yeah.
October and start coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, honestly, if I was John Henry, I would be talking. I would be telling myself. I mean, judging on the normal, the normal trend, January is not specifically a window where a lot of players like to move in a normal season. I mean, because that's mid season, and you obviously want to play full season with a club, with including the preseason and from the basic start itself, because that's what sets tone, and that's easier for the players and both the managers and also the club as well. So I don't think there's going to be like a huge transfer in January. Of course, we got Van Dijk in January, but that was actually rolling
They
in
even
from
got
summer itself.
Coutinho and Sturridge in January, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but those weren't like huge signings
That
at
was, I
that time.
think,
I
that
mean,
was a need of the hour at that point of time. Right now, a
yeah,
need of the
exactly.
Yeah.
hour
Yeah.
is basically backup players and not a first team signing.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if I was John Henry, I would be actually telling myself, do we actually it's very hard. It's really very hard to say. Yes, we need backups because obviously we already told why, and it's gonna be tough. I mean, you put me in a very tough situation here. It's gonna be tough to decide because I don't see a lot of players, moving in January transfer window because they obviously won't prefer that due to various reasons. So, I mean, if I was John Henry, I would be saying, okay, let's invest a bit this summer, or if we are actually planning to buy players in January, let's actually get the deal done right now and get the player in January. So let's get the agreement done first.
So how if you ask me, like, if I am in say Edwards or Henry's shoes, and what I'll have to do is I'll, as you said, like from like you said, like, it's the structure which we have, that if we generate money from sales, then only we'll put it in for like more transfers. So we have already generated a good amount of money from like Lovren sale, and we already have like Lovren and Lalana off our wage bill. So that's
Klein as well.
Klein as well. So like that's, I think, easily I'm guessing 200,000 plus per week, which is free now. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So that actually helps you a lot, because it's like you are reducing your expenditure. All right, and if say for example, if 200,000 per week, if you see how much it comes down to per a year, it's a decent amount, right? So I think it would come down to somewhere around what I'm guessing, like
But
10 million.
but
10
then
million
again,
roughly.
we already have a squad who's taking a pay cut. Obviously, so that money may be also utilized instead of transfers. That money can be utilized to just fill that gap.
Of course, it could be. Like I'm just saying, like how they're trying to make it better for themselves. Like FSG as a business entity, how it's trying to make the club a very sustainable business.